real good day. There were blackberries blooming in the red dirt clay, and the smell of jasmine floating through the pines. I bet he knew right then we'd love our chicken fried, and sweet tea to wash it down when God made the South. He put grits and gravy in our blood. He put
Welcome to Coastal Connection. Embrace the power. We got our brother man, Alex Miller back on. We're about to rock it. We're down here at the Rack Studios down here in Tampa, Florida. I was at the Metro Diner today. I was getting me some good grub. They make the best salad. So if you're ever in the Tampa area, stop at Metro Diner and get you something to eat, because that's how I grub before I come out here and hang out with the show. Alex, my man, how are you doing?
Well, Vince, I'm doing mighty fine. Good to be with y'all today.
Hey, man, I know you've been on the road. I know you've been. So, hey, tell me, man, how's it been on the road, man? Because I know you get tired, so I know you're rolling, man. Because I looked at your schedule, I was like, this man is a beast.
Yeah, I haven't seen home for a couple of days, but I've been home long enough to know it's still here. But, we've been all over the country. We was in Atlanta not too long ago, and we're back in Kentucky doing some shows, and it's just nice to see these walls around me. I'll put it that way.
So let me ask you, since you've kind of started this whirlwind tour, what's it feeling like with the, having to do the hotel thing now, and kind of like, we talked earlier before you really got really embracing into this, and now you've been in it a year almost. Right. And I mean, at 100 miles an hour, how are you managing your schedule and how are you managing your health? Because, they're two things, but they come the same in the same package at a point.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the chiropractor has become my friend. I go to the chiropractor just about every month. He pops my back. I swear I grow 2 inches every time I go to the chiropractor. And he helps me so much. And also, I use a Google Calendar and a reminder, and that's the only way I know how I'm doing. Sometimes I even have to look at my own website to figure out where I'm heading.
Mike, you got anything?
Man, that chiropractor must feel good.
Yeah, he gets a lot of business just because of me. I send everybody to him. He's a good one. In Danville, Kentucky.
Damn. That's good, man. I mean, at least from the last time, so everybody doesn't know, you were here last time a few months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, he was medium. Now he's growing, everybody.
That's right.
All right, so just a heads up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back, man. I'm back. Hey, Alex, I was going to ask you this, is that I know you were working on, and I know it's a sneak question, but, I'm wearing my holistic soldier hat for about veterans. So, hey, man, so tell me, man, I'm really touched. I heard you were working on some different things with veterans and making some organizational moves. So what you got going on, brother?
I'll tell you, I've been working with an organization called Helping a Hero, and I was actually I was kind of close to y'all. I was in West Palm Beach here earlier this week. And
you could have called, man. I didn't give you my phone number, man. You down in Florida? Would you please let me call me?
Had a blast for sure. I'd never been down to West Palm. I've been to Tampa and been to a few different places, but man, I liked it there. It was real nice, real nice way to live, I guess. I don't believe I'm quite there yet, but
no, you good.
It was really, really neat. And what I've been doing is I've been working with an organization called Helping a Hero, and I've been working with them for about a year now, doing little things. And it started, I did a little thing down in Huntsville, Alabama. It was a Lee Greenwood tribute concert. And this organization is one that he backs. And so whenever I was down there, they did a little interview with me, and they seemed to really like me. And they wanted me to come down to Huntsville again because they were dedicating a house to some veteran that lost a limb over in, I think it was Iraq it was.
All right. So is it one of the, excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. So is it one of the times where they modify the house so the veteran can have easier access?
Yes, sir. And that's what this organization does. That's what they are very focused on, and they do a great job. They really do. They build these homes, these guys specs, and they move in just a couple months.
So did you have a chance to talk to some of those veterans while you're there, and kind of, I mean, because you're from the South, man, and it's a normal thing for everybody to serve in the military. I did 30. So when you're there, when you're talking to them, how's it surreal, when you're talking to a veteran that's, saying, hey, I've been to combat and I've lost this, but I still love my country.
It makes me respect the military and all that they do so much more. Those guys are some of the most giving people I've ever met in my life. They'll get a house and they'll say, well, I know a guy that needs this twice as much as I do. And, that's just unbelievable. I mean, these guys deserve these things more than anybody else in the country, and this organization's doing that and giving it to those guys that really do need it. And these veterans are they're unbelievable. If you see a vet out there, I know you all do, but your listeners out there, if you see a vet, go up and thank them, because you just really don't realize how much that they really do for us.
Oh yeah, so going forward, in your career, I really hope you use your platform as you're doing right now, and to promote it. As you get bigger and bigger, just it's always the kind voice, because my dad was a Vietnam vet, so we all know what happened with those guys.
Oh, yeah,
and the same thing actually happened with the World War I vets, because Hoover cut their pensions off, but they all became homeless.
yeah.
So as I look at the history of these people that serve our country. Now we always have to pay it forward. And talking about paying it forward, it's the holiday season, man. So what are you doing for Christmas?
Well, I tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to nap. I'm going to lay around the house a little bit. And I've already got all of my gifts together. I got everything together about November, December, somewhere in there, earlier December. And I try to get everything wrapped and taken care of for this holiday season way early.
All right. So with that being said, we are going to go in. Hey, Alex, could you start us off with a Christmas song, man?
Well, yes, sir. This is one that I recorded in August, because that's the only time you can record Christmas songs is in August. That's what I've been told.
It's
just how it goes, seems like. And I'm very, very proud of this one. Two guys wrote this, Aaron Wilburn and Jerry Sally. Jerry's one of my closest friends, and I hope y'all enjoy listening here today. We get the question, what's Christmas all about? And this song just flat out tells you. Here we go. Well, I've shopped at every store in town to fill my Christmas list. Lord, I would lay awake nights wondering, is there any one I've missed? Well, I've stood in line just to buy gifts I can't afford. Spent all I've got, but so what? That's what Christmas is for. That's what Christmas is for. That's what Christmas is for. Family and friends acting like kids. That's what Christmas is for. Well, it's Christmas Eve around the tree. Excitement's in the air. Lord, my mama brought an apple pie for all of us to share. And that chocolate fudge, boys, it's looking mighty good. I think I'll have some more. Oh, I might gain weight, but pass me that plate. That's what Christmas is for. That's what Christmas is for. That's what Christmas is for. Family and friends acting like kids. That's what Christmas is for. Now it's time to put the kids in bed, but before it gets too late, let's take one moment to remember why we celebrate. Well, that's what Christmas is for. That's what Christmas is for. Family and friends acting like kids. That's what Christmas is for. Family and friends acting like kids. That's what Christmas is for.
Yeah, man, you be breaking that down, man. You be breaking it down, man. Alex, I love it. I love it, man.
I had to throw them $50 chords in that song there. You gotta get your money's worth.
That's right, man. But you have that old flavor, man. And sad thing about it is you don't hear that vibrant old swing and music anymore. And I think it's an art. And I'm glad you're bringing it back. Some people are like, oh, I don't get it. You don't get it because it's all about the vibe.
If you don't hear it,
right.
You don't ever get it. So that's what I like to think about it. That's why I do so much of it.
So so during Christmas, you're going to take a break. So when you start the new year, where are you kicking off the new year at, man?
So New Year, we got a lot of in January, buddy. I won't be home at all. My dad's so happy he don't know what to do. But I'm going to be doing a lot of showcase shows, and I've been working with a group called the Variety Talent, and they've been doing a lot of bookings for me, and they're wanting me to come to these trade shows, I guess, and people want to meet me, so they booked me to a bunch of them.
All right. So when you talk about trade shows, are there like just different shows that go along and you go in and sing? So I'm definitely, I told you guys, I'm going to definitely send a note over to one of my dear friends and see if they've started up the college circuit again and see if we can get you on, because then you would thrive at Statesboro, Georgia. Then
I think I'd be their kind of country. I do believe.
Hey, the borough. You definitely
The
go
borough.
to the borough. Oh, absolutely. Hey, so what's the weather like up where you're at? Because hey, man, we were like, shoot, we finally had some cold weather today. Everybody, it hit like 60. And everybody was looking for parkas.
Yeah, we're freezing to death up here. I mean, I had to throw. I've got leather on. If that makes any sense. I mean, I'm freezing to death. It's where you go outside, an icicle hanging from your nose. But
All right, because you're in Tennessee or Kentucky.
I'm in Kentucky, so we're a little farther north. We're up towards that Ohio stuff. When you get up towards Ohio, buddy, it gets frigid. So I've been putting the clothes on for the last couple of days.
Hey, so let me ask you this: is it snowing yet?
No, we've had a few flakes and flurries, but nothing really sticking yet. But we've had enough that it's made us a little scared, you know.
Yeah. So here's the deal. All right, we're gonna wait to the end of the show before you can sing "God Loves the South," because that's like my jam. So I'm gonna leave it this time around. I'm not gonna pick any songs but that one at the end, because I love that song. Give me one of your best ones that you got on your album now, that the one that you feel in your heart right now. If you could belt something out, man, I'm all ears. What about you, Mike? What do you think, Mike?
I think so. I want to see what you're doing on that tour, man. How you rocking that house, man? Come on, Mr. Miller.
I'll give you a little taste of something here.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is one off my last record, and this is one that folks seem to really be liking because it's kind of funny. And I write a lot of funny stuff. As y'all pick up, I like to have a little fun. And this is one that I had the idea for when I was in about 7th grade. And I won't even give you the reason why I come up with it, because the title is "Girls Must Be Clumsy Because They're Falling for Me." Hope y'all here. Well, I know that I ain't ugly, but I never thought that I was what girls considered, Lord, a drop-dead gorgeous guy. I'm right here in the middle, where a lot of fellas stand. But as of lately, I've been in high demand. Well, I guess girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. I know it ain't the money, 'cause I'm broke as I can be. Now, boys, I ain't complaining about my opportunities. The girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. Well, the prettier they are, or they seem to fumble around, just looking for a way to get me to settle down. Well, maybe they just can't resist this Garrett County charm. Or is there another reason why they end up in my arms? Well, I guess girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. I know it ain't the money, 'cause I'm broke as I can be. Now, boys, I ain't complaining about my opportunities. The girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. Well, brunettes, blondes, or redheads, I think they're all the same. Oh, they're tripping up, tumbling down, they're chasing my last name. Well, I guess girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. I know it ain't the money, 'cause I'm broke as I can be. Now, boys, ain't complaining about my opportunities. The girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me. Sometimes I wish they'd find somebody else and let me be. No, not me. I guess girls must be clumsy 'cause they're falling for me.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, no, wait. It is what it is, and we'll keep it rolling, brother.
Amen to that.
That's it. Hey, you know what? I love that song. Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
You always talk about that you're lighthearted and that you put so much emphasis in having fun. So is it something that is just is homegrown and within your family, or is it like some inspiration like your grandfather or your dad or someone that you just realize, even when you see somebody with tough times in the family, because we all have them, and you just realize that they just, it's just they're charismatic about dealing with tough times, and they always have a smile on their face, and you're like, yo, man, the house is on fire. That's all right. We're all out here.
Right. Material things, and they don't matter to me as much. There's some things I'm sentimental about, but there's a big picture to me, and so that's what's more important is like you said, a house can be replaced, things like that can be replaced, but people around you, your family and things, they can't. And if you always look at the bad side of things and what can go wrong, then you'll never. Here's the best advice, and some of the best advice my granddad ever gave me. He said, if you're always worried about something, you'll never accomplish anything because you'll worry so much that you won't do anything. So he always, encouraged me to just keep a positive attitude toward things, and it seems like that comes across. And I was just raised that way too. You might as well be happy even if you're upset.
Yeah, as my grandmother used to always say, she's from Louisiana, and she used to always say, look, I remember she said, hey, I'm broke there and I can't get any broker. So, so why am I going
I always said in school I was too broke to pay attention. So,
so she's like, hey, so at this point we're as good where we're at. We're just gonna keep rolling and enjoy life, man. And there was a lot to that. She would find reasons to go fly kites and stuff, or just hang out and just do something, take your mind off what you're doing. So let me ask you a question on a serious note. Now that you've been at this a year and you've been on the road, you're going through the process of learning a lot of things about the business and a lot of things about, people around you. So what are some of the nuggets that you could probably provide somebody now that you've been at this a year and say, hey man, you surround yourself around this kind of people, or surround yourself and pay attention to certain things, because, Oprah Winfrey said many years ago, when you're your own entrepreneur and it's your business, that you need to write the checks.
Amen.
And you need to know exactly how things are playing out, because when like Billy Joel is the poster child, and I feel bad about this, that he allowed somebody else to manage all his money and everything, and everybody knows the story with Billy Joel, that his brother-in-law ended up, I think it was, and don't quote me, cited here, ended up kind of taking some of the money. So how are you handling all that right now, man?
I was blessed. My family, my papaw. Now, this is my great granddad. They always said he was a good judge of character and a good judge of people. And usually, and everybody's this way, really. You can tell if someone's a nice person, if they're trustworthy. And there's some snakes in the grass, but I've been very fortunate to be surrounded by people that truly do believe in what I'm doing and what I'm capable of. And that's the most important thing to find. And some great advice is, you can't find people that around you say yes. You want to find people around you that say, well, maybe that's a good idea, but we need to do it this way. Because it seems like those kind of people are the people that will work hard and will try to make you better along with themselves. And the best advice I was ever given was, my dad told me this. He said, never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. And that's really true.
Whoa, man, that's powerful.
Yeah, and that's some of the best advice I've ever been given. And that was my dad. So I trust my dad. I trust my manager, and you got to have a little faith in people. I think some people think, well, I'll get a manager and tell them what to do. Well, no, you got a manager because you got a manager because you needed somebody to tell you what to do, and that's kind of the real meaning of having a manager and having people behind you to back you. I've always said I've had a really good team, and I really do. You can't. Mickey Mantle couldn't win a baseball game just by himself. He had to have other people out there on the field with him, and that's the truth. I have a good team, and that makes all the difference.
Yeah, I mean, so you got to shape the battlefield. So how old are you now, man?
I feel like I'm 91. I've got a cold so bad it ain't even funny today, but I'm 19.
All right, so you're 19 years old, and you're up and coming star, and you're making a name for yourself, and so the parameters are changing. The battlefield is changing, and I hate to tell you, you're high value, bro.
Well, thank you.
And so how are you kind of managing, trying to have some normalcy when you go out, or when you're talking to anybody that you may want to date or anything? How are you keeping some normalcy?
Oh,
in
you
your
talking
life?
relationship trouble?
Hey man, I was being political, man. Why you go even? You just keeping it 100. You just go.
I keep it flat and forward. You know, I try to make the most of every situation, and you know, it's hard for me to find time to go out with girls and do things. But you know, when I can, I do, and when I can't, sometimes things just happen. And you know, I go into it with a girl on that kind of. That's what I tell her. I say, you know, I'll try to plan something, and I'd love to go out and do something with you, but you also got to remember that music is my passion, my life at this point. You know, I'm sorry, but you know, that's the most important thing to me right now. You know, you might be at some point, but right now it's, you know, that's my career. That's how I'm making money. So that takes priority.
Yeah, you're married to your music. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Stay married to your music, you'll never be broke.
That's amen to that.
And so, you know, as you shape your battlefield, and you know, and I already know how you're looking down the road at different things and shaping your life. You know, are you thinking on staying in Kentucky, or are you thinking about moving down to Key West and becoming the next, you know, Jimmy Buffett?
Well, you know, that'd be great. It'd probably be West Palm Beach for me, but you
my
know,
bad.
I like Kentucky though. I really do. You know, every time I leave the state of Kentucky, I'm always glad to come back. And, you know, I feel like that's what home should really feel like. So I don't see myself moving anytime soon. I feel like I'll be getting a house at some point, but that's still a few years away.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. You're from Kentucky. Are you big into the Kentucky Derby and into the horse things? Because first time I went there, I was at Fort, the military base up there.
Knox?
And yeah, I was at Knox, right? I had to actually went through the training there many years ago. And I just happened to be there during
I got a question
Derby.
for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any gold left in Fort Knox? Because we all are curious.
Yes, there's gold there. That's why all them guys at that gate are still there. There's something in there. There's something in there. But yeah, you know, that's a good one. I like that, bro. Yeah. So the thing is, are you big into it? Because I was blown away about the amount of energy that's put into the Kentucky Derby and how people take it so serious. Dude, I've never seen, it's like the pageantry when they say it on TV. It's not people, unless you really see and experience the culture, you don't get it.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Sure. You know what's interesting about the Kentucky Derby? As a Kentuckian, I've never been to the Derby. It's more people from out of state that come, but really? You know, I've been to Keeneland. You know, Keeneland is more popular with Kentucky people as opposed to the Derby because the Derby is so much to go and this, that, and the other. Oh, now, there is a lot of people that do go, and you know, I'd love to go at some point, but I enjoy Keeneland, which is in Lexington, and it's closer to the house for me too.
Okay, yeah, and you know, I honestly tell you, man, that you know, those are little things that make the culture really good where you live. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so with that being said, drum roll, please, Mike. Hey, I want to hear you exclusive. Hey, I want to hear your single, man. God made the South, and let's rock it out, brother.
I sure will. Let's put a little rock in the roll here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no doubt he had a real good day. There were blackberries blooming in the red dirt clay, and the smell of jasmine floating through the pines. I bet he knew right then we'd love our chicken fries and sweet tea to wash it down. When God made the South, he put grits and gravy in our blood. He put the Delta blues in the Mississippi mud. He put blazing in Sunday, so we said a spell. And he put the buckle in the Bible belt and a draw, y'all, we can't get out. When God made the South, in the beginning, Lord, he blessed this place. We got blue sweat shoes and amazing grace. Barbecue in backwoods, they said it's all good, and sent a little heaven down when God made the South. I was born one of the chosen few, and I can't help but thinking maybe somehow he knew that I'd be falling for an angel right here tonight under the moon. South. When God made the South. In the beginning, Lord, He blessed this place. We got free bird and amazing grace. Barbecue in backwoods, Lord, He said it was all good, and sent a little heaven down when God made the South. Now, guys, I'm gonna need your help here.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna say amen, and I need y'all to say amen back to me. All right?
All right.
Ready? Here we go. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah, that's right. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Can I get an amen for the armadillos and the magnolias?
Amen.
How many times Charlie done told us? I'm another devil when he went down to Georgia. In the beginning, Lord, He blessed this place. We got college football and amazing grace. Barbecue in backwoods. He said it's all good. He sent a little heaven down. He sent a little heaven down. When God made the South. Oh, when God made the South.
Alex Miller here on Coastal Connection and rocking it out exclusive. God made the South. Alex,
sir.
that was on point, boy.
Thank you so much. That's a fun one right there.
Oh, hey, man. I love it, man. That was on point. Alex, it's been great having you on the show as always, man. You know, we rock it out and stay in touch. Definitely, man. I can't believe you come down to Florida. Mike, you believe this? You can't ever believe it. Let us know, man.
I need to let y'all know. That's my bad. I'll have to get with y'all on that next time around.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to cancel you on my social media. You know, I'm just joking. You know, hey, man, ain't nothing but love. That would never happen.
No.
You know, these teenagers today, you're never gonna get canceled. Not in my world, man, because you are the man and you're on point. And Alex, appreciate it. If you got anything out there left before we get off here, man, you want to say? I want to say Merry Christmas to you.
For having me back, you know, I appreciate it, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
We will, dude. You know, we're your team, man. We love having you, man. You tell the family Merry Christmas. Tell Martha, everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Be safe, and you know what, man, just enjoy what you're doing because I'm watching you, man.
Well, thank you, Vince, and I appreciate you and Mike both, and it's always a pleasure to get on here and talk with y'all. Y'all are the most fun interviews I have, truthfully.
That's what's up. Alex Miller, everyone. Alex Miller.
And with that being said, as me and Mike always say, keep it rolling.
When God made the South. In the beginning, He blessed this place. We got blue suede shoes and amazing grace. Barbecue in backwoods. He said it's all good.